With you, I'd rather talk about the value that we see in Bitcoin. Is there a theory to it which can allow Allianz to consider Bitcoin?
Well, I'd love to hear about it, because what I know about monetary economics is Bitcoin is pretty valueless. It's a bit like you talked about it earlier in the show, the Mona Lisa, and frankly, I'd rather have something that's subjectively valued on the wall that I can look at and enjoy,
right,
than have something that's of similar subjective value that I can look at perhaps on an app or something. So to me, this is a very big issue. I would caution private investors to get involved. It could be a little bit like Superman and Kryptonite in that sense. Very unhealthy for you if you delve into that.
Well,
and the biggest issue I have with it is that people are launching futures, they're launching funds on it. The price is going up. As that happens, the credibility of Bitcoin increases, and nobody's really asking about the fundamentals.
Well, let's look at the chart right now, Andreas, and I want to come back to an important question here, which I'm sure you're familiar with. The chart is simple. The white line, the cash market, the red line, the futures market, and that can show you the last 2 or 3 days trading as well. I'll get that out on Twitter for Radio London as well. Andreas, the governments are the adults in the room. Do you just presume at some point governments come in and regulate, manage, diminish, stop the retail trading of Bitcoin?
That's my assumption. I think, for a currency to work, it needs to be backed by the ability to tax. It needs to be backed by the ability of the military to defend the revenue base of the currency. None of that it needs also to have potentially interest rates attached to it. So none of that is present with Bitcoin. And therefore, what's happening today is it's being used as a store of value, such as other assets. I wouldn't call it currency, such as other assets. And one of the biggest issues is that obviously it allows potential illicit activity to be hidden behind these cryptocurrency walls, and that's got to be a concern for regulators and for criminal agencies, around the world that need to police this sort of thing.